can attest through my own life experiences that the United States is the greatest country in the world.
Fellow citizens, how do you feel about paying 75% more to dispose of our solid waste? For the benefit of the citizens of Greensboro, a short history. The landfill opened in 1940, 71 years ago. It started as a service landfill for the U.S. Army during World War II. The surrounding area was populated mostly by whites. In the early 90s, Nealtown Road, a city-subsidized community, was built and low-cost housing was sold next to the landfill, all while the landfill was fully operational. In 1995, a couple of local politicians encouraged Nealtown Garden residents to bring a lawsuit against the city of Greensboro charging environmental racism. In 1996, the settlement by the city agreed to cover Nealtown Garden residents' financial losses if they could not sell their homes. Clearly, the city and the taxpayers were abused significantly by subsidizing low-cost housing, then getting hit with a totally unjustified lawsuit.
Commissioners, on June 2nd, by a margin of 7-4, this body passed the 2011-2012 county budget. It was a budget that was emailed out to the commissioners at 10:30 in the morning to be voted at your 5:30 same-day meeting. A budget process that Commissioner Paul Gibson said was rushed and not transparent. He complained that it was, quote, emailed in the morning to be voted on that night. It was a budget that was not allowed to circulate in the public sector or the media. Commissioner Davis, in his affirmation, said that the budget process asked, quote, what is the impact on our community? He remarked that the budget was more than just numbers. We have to look at the people those numbers represent. I'd like to ask Commissioner Davis if in his considerations of, quote, the people those numbers represent, how much time was spent on considering the impact on the revenue side of our community? A budget is made up of both disbursements and revenue. What is the impact on our tax-paying community?
Many of our volunteers have spent time first in research, then in submitting questions to and meeting with different county department heads. And they're making great progress. This team is made up of all sorts of people. We have those who are financial advisors, stay-at-home moms, real estate specialists, retired grandparents, medical doctors, entrepreneurs, HR directors, and I could go on and on. They all have something in common, though. They're all concerned about the spending habits of our government.